So in the last video lecture series I am covering all those basic NLP concepts from the basic to the advanced one, and in that initial lecture I have covered all those how unstructured data are formed and how we can convert all those unstructured data into the word embeddings or encodings. So for that we have covered all those encoding methods. Those are simple ones such as one hot encoding, label encoding, dummy encoding, and we have also seen the drawbacks of them. So after that we have moved towards the real embeddings. So those are actually can be used for the NLP languages. So first one is the bag of words, bag of a count vectorizer. Okay, so we have seen count vectorizer and how it's working, and through that we have seen what are its advantages and what are its disadvantages and all those. So after that we have covered the tfidf in very depth. So we have covered all those tfidf in very depth manner, and if you are facing any issue or if you have any doubt or if you want to correct me, then please comment all those. So I have also described you that all those are based on the frequency based manner. So how many times each word occurs in count vectorizer, that word is given the more importance. And in the bag of words, what happens, suppose if any words occur less number of times, then in that documents we take the logarithmic inverse of that document frequency. Hence automatically a less number of words become the we will give, or it has we assign the maximum value, and the words which occurs many times it has assigned the less number of value. So we are also seen some business problems, and we have also seen some comparison statements, such as there is one that I love apple and remaining one, and we have seen how tfid for count vectorizer is failing here, because they are not going to classify apple as a fruit and apple as a brand. So that was the initial drawback, because as a human machines cannot understand, but there are now latest trends and technology emerge, and we can learn all those in step by step manners. Because to learn all those you have need to get all those basic concepts very well. So I'm explaining all those concepts in a very lucid and simple language, and I hope you will understand all those very well. So we have seen all those frequency based and all those words, how we can convert them into the numerical one. So we have also seen they have a lot of drawbacks and all those. So now next methods or next advance came in the NLP, and that advance is called as predictive based modeling. So predictive based word embedding. Just I will increase some my size. Word embedding. So we have seen all those previous one, all those are the count based embedding, count based or frequency based embedding, frequency based embedding. So now in that lecture series we are going to see a predictive based embedding. Okay, so please remember it's very important, and it's the basic backbone of next whatever you will going to see the network. So still I will going to give you some demo. Why actually we want to go into those differs in depth size. I have already told you many example. So first example is I like a apple fruit. Okay, and second two is apple is a very nice phone. Okay, very nice phone. So because of only two sentences, many all those models will going to fail. I like apple fruit and apple is a very nice phone. So as a human we can easily understand here what happens. Here simple apple is a fruit. Apple is a fruit because that person is speaking in the context of fruit. But here is apple it's not a fruit, but it's a phone brand, phone or thing or anything. So such semantic, and that meaning is called as contextual meaning or semantic meaning. So what is contextual or semantic meaning? The meaning remain in that particular sentence, or the meaning which is kept along that particular word. It's called as semantic or contextual meaning. So according to that, next sentence should be came. So those are the drawbacks of all those word to means not word but tfidf and contributors. So to solve such issue, we came towards the next method. It's predictive based modeling, and in that there are famous three models. I will going to write all those here, three models. Okay, so first one is the word2vector, and everyone know about that. Second one is the glow, a few people know about that. And third one is the fast text, a very few people know about that. So I will cover all those details here. So here word2vector also consists of two types. One is the bag of words approach, and second one is the skipgram approach. Okay, here you should know deep learning very well. Glow, it has only one approach, and it's based on the n-gram approach. Okay, and here is a fast text is more advanced than glow. It's also n-gram splitting word approach. So I will going to tell you difference between them initially. So what is the difference between them? Okay, so word2vector, here what happens in the word2vector, here are two models. I will going to tell you difference between them. In the skipgram approach, what happens here, we initially give the predictive words or any word such as apple at the beginning, then that word goes into the neural network. So that apple word become the input layer, then there may be hidden layer, and at the last we will get so many words related to apple, such as apple phone or apple fruit or apple others things also. So here what happens, we give the predictive word as an initial one, and based on that there are a lot of output word generated, and based on their frequency or value we calculate those words. And in the bag of words, what happens, initially we give all those words in the sentence as an input layer, then hidden layer mechanism happens, and in the output we keep apple as a word here. So based on all those feed forward network or feed forward propagation and back forward propagation, all those weights and biases applied, and we will get the correct word as a best one for the apple. So here are those two opposite approaches, but word2vector works in this way. So what happens in glow, but still try to understand. Here is a sentence, consider that same sentence, I love apple fruit and apple is a very nice phone. So what happens in the word2vector, suppose if that word apple is a very nice phone occurred many times as compared to I like fruit apple, then automatically it will going to create unbalanced problems, and definitely it will going to give apple as a brand instead of fruit. But in the word2vector, what happens, suppose if apple is very nice phone occurred many times, but still at the last of the sentence I like apple fruit came a word at the last time, then still word2vector will going to consider it as a fruit and not the brand. But in the glow, what happens, glow will going to see all those words in a pairwise. So n-gram means bigram, how many two words are repeated twice one after another. Then trigram, how many three words are repeated after one another. In that case, suppose if apple and phone words occur so many times as compared to apple fruit, then in the glow the words which is occurred so many number of times, that word has given the more importance. So glow is based on the occurrence of word based on the n-grams, and through that it will going to give the importance. And what happens in the fast text? Fast text is the advance of the word vector and glow. Here it will going to split so many words, such as it will going to, suppose if there is a sentence that Britishers we are not good, then in that case what will it will going to fast text will going to do, it will going to split that British word into so many formats, such as British, then Britishers, and it will going to get the meaning for those remaining words. So somewhere it will going to get the meaning. So in the glow or word2vector, there were also issue of the out of vocabulary words, or there may be so many words which have not actually meaning found. But fast text it will going to do a splitting of all those words. So please remember here very important word, that is splitting. And because of that splitting, somewhere it will going to get some meaning or contextualization to the words, and hence it will going to give a more accuracy, and it's also fast, but still each one has some drawbacks and advantages. So still those are the advanced one, those are based on the predictive modeling, but those models are not going to effective, as they have not clearly identified the correct semantic or contextual word based on the sentence or paragraph. And suppose if you give very huge number of words or paragraph or book, then that time it will not going to remember all those words. So here are drawbacks. So I will going to write all the in simple manner. So drawbacks: still no contextual meaning for large paragraphs, lacking of word embedding issue. Means what issue? That issue is somehow solved by the fast text, but it's not solved by the word2vector glow. Suppose if there is total new or unknown words occur, then all those words are going into the out of vocabulary, and it's also very huge time taking, not that much occur, but and we cannot do summarization and all those. But as compared to the tfidf and count vectorizer or those label encoder, it's a far better, but far better than tfidf, count vectorizer and encoder. So I hope you have understand all those, and I have given all those meaning in a very simple language, in listed language, so anyone can understand. There are so many YouTube videos and tutorial available. They have given very dangerous mathematical expression, and which you cannot easily grasp. And in the interview, definitely they will going to ask you all those questions, and they want the answer in a very simple manner. They will just going to check your how much you know and how much you have in-depth understanding. So that's for the today. If you have any doubt or issue, please ask me in the comment box, and I'm quitting. Thank you, bye bye, have a nice day, good night.